Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen in China on the heels of Secretary of State Antony Blinken's visit last month. She's pushing for what she calls economic fairness and not a winner-take-all situation with China as a competitor. The trip coming after Beijing restricted exports of two crucial minerals to the United States used to produce semiconductor chips. There are reports that John Kerry will also visit China next week to address climate change. Joining me now is retired Army Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg. General, it's great to see you. China denying the U.S. request for military-to-military communications when Secretary of State Blinken was there a couple of weeks ago. Who benefits more from these trips, the U.S. or China?
Jackie, thanks for having me today. China does. Look, when we look what happened with Secretary Blinken, he kind of snubbed a little bit when he went to China. Then you look what happened previous to that with Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin when he went to Singapore and was totally snubbed by their Secretary of Defense, Lee. And then you see what Janet Yellen's going, and it's a little bit late in the game to try to develop trade policies with China, even sending in the Secretary of the Treasury. You know, I'm kind of wondering where the U.S. Trade Representative, USTR, Kathleen Tai is, and she's actually in Mexico right now. You know, when you go back to look at who's supposed to be doing trade discussions, it really falls on the USTR because that goes back to the Trade Act of 1974, in fact, Section 301, which says very clearly the U.S. Trade Representative is the one who's supposed to work out trade relations with foreign nations. And Janet Yellen has already said she doesn't believe in decoupling from the Chinese economy. Look, last year, we had a $382 billion trade deficit with China. So unless she's got a plan to economically go against the Chinese and figure out how to bring those jobs back, maybe necessarily bringing the decoupling, bringing those jobs back to America, I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know what the game plan is. I don't know what the plan at all for diplomatic, economic, or military relations is with China. But we seem to be behind the curve on it. And her going there, maybe it's good optics, but I just don't see the results coming out of it.
That's the problem. The optics were good for the Blinken visit and possibly this visit as well, but there is no concrete plan. No. This, as the situation is getting more extreme also, as we watch China looking at Taiwan very closely. But I want to switch gears for a moment while I have you, because this week, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin marked the 50th anniversary of America's all-volunteer military force, as many high-ranking officials are warning of a crisis. So leaders from the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, all saying that they expect to miss their annual recruiting goal this year by thousands. This is coming despite offering enlistment bonuses of up to $50,000. How concerned are you that it is becoming difficult to recruit?
I'm very concerned about it, Jackie. And on all the three services, except for the Marine Corps, they all missed their recruiting goals this year, and they missed them last year as well. You know, here's something to remember. 80% of those who come into the military today have some family relation. Their fathers, their mothers, their aunts, their uncles, they were in the military, and a lot of them are now being turned off by that. And it's primarily because the military isn't like it used to be. Wokeness has kind of gone to the top of it, and I don't care what any of the military leaders say, it's there. And the primary goal of the military, which is to deter and fight our nation's wars if deterrence fails, is not there. Look, I'll give you a very personal example. My son, West Point graduate, 8 years in the military, served in combat in Afghanistan, had 2 company command tours, again, 8 years, he said, "Dad, I'm done." And I've seen that with a lot of my friends as well. The young men and women in the military today are basically saying it's not the military, it's not set up to fight like it's supposed to. And I don't see how you can get people to come into the military if you have a lot of people like me, or the 80% of those who bring in kids into the military, saying, you know, I don't think it's such a good idea. At least think hard about it before you do it.
Yeah.
So I think they've got a recruiting crisis that is not going to end in the near term until they figure out what direction the military is going to go. And I think they've got to go back to the warfighting ideals, the challenge for the young men and women coming in, and they're not there at all. And it's a major concern. It should be for all Americans.
You're right. Back to basics always usually works. It is a story we will continue to watch. My thanks to Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg. Thank you so much.